But for now, we got something to talk about, okay? Right now, we got to get down to the nitty-gritty of what we just witnessed, all right? And what we just witnessed was another excellent technical display of defense. You gotta love it, okay? Low scoring game, not too crazy. They got the goals they needed to get. They gave up very little. I think they even held Calgary to less than 30 shots. So you gotta love that. My boy Wayne gets his goal, baby. You knew it was coming, and it happened today on my birthday, right? So that's what it is, man. All right, and look, we got some people in the Discord as well too. You can see that link is right up here. Okay, got some people in the Discord right now as well, or you were there during the game at least. Like Gratzky was there. Oh my goodness, you know what I mean? And What the Puck joined us as well. You know, like it's just been an awesome time. And once again, if you want to be a part of the conversation and actually have like a call in, you gotta subscribe to Twitch. Subscribe to my Twitch channel. You'll get on the extra special link in this Discord where we can actually voice chat and have a good time. All right. But like I said, oh, what a game for defense. Gotta love it. Still some good offense too. Made some great choices. Marner's getting a little slick with the moves there at the blue line, kind of like that. Surviving, getting by through a couple of tips. You know, that Simmons goal wasn't pretty. He was trying to just, back pass it through his legs to his boys in front. Bounced off of skating in, but that's why it pays to get pucks to the net. All right? I'm so tired of teams that just wait for the perfect opportunity to shoot. Sure, you want to do that sometimes, but the perfect opportunity is rarely there. It's rarely there, so why wait, right? Make the perfect opportunity for yourself, right? So, boy, it was great to see. A little bit dicey on some of those penalties again, but I'm not blaming anybody or anything. It didn't sway the game one way or the other, I find. But still, I don't want to see that many calls in a game, man. It's getting outrageous. But again, they might be forced to be doing this stuff because of COVID and too, trying to scare everybody apart, right? Trying to keep everybody's bodies away from each other, so they're calling all the close-knit penalties. I don't know. That's just a hypothesis from me, right? And yeah, certainly Campbell looked like he was struggling near the end to hold on in terms of his leg there or whatever. Bless his heart for sticking it out, though. That's one of those moves my wife and I were saying there that, when you're the coach, and you get that timeout and Campbell comes to the bench. I mean, you got a decision to make, right? Do you pull him or do you not? And I'm happy that they kept him in. That's one of those ones you look at your starter there. If he says, "Yo, I got this. Don't worry, I can shake it off." I think he deserved to be there. I think he deserved to close that game out, especially with like 30 seconds left. It'd be different if there was like a whole period left to go. Maybe he doesn't make it the whole period, but 30 seconds or whatever, let him have it, right? So I'm glad he got the big W there. Again, go Davis and Baldahay in the chat as well. Yeah, showing great heart as well. You hope you don't need to see Hutch. Yeah, I agree. I didn't like Kev. You're saying that you hope you don't need to see Hutch. I had a few posts last season about Hutchinson's play, and I know everybody likes to start jumping down my throat every time I mention something about about Hutch. But he's had some bad games for us. Looked like he was kind of coming around before we traded him that time. Now he's back, so I hope that doesn't last too long. I hope I don't think he's a bad player. He was struggling, man. And when you got guys struggling in net, that's a hard position to struggle at. You're pretty much putting your team at like a 50% handicap right off the start. You're behind halfway by not having a good goalie. So, all right, I'll say you're gross. Say I'm gross is the handle there. I like that. Yeah, you're gross, bro. You're gross. Your shootout records. What shootout records? 224 wins and 24 losses, right? I don't know. Shootout record? Who knows the shootout record? I don't know. Cooks, yeah, you're saying you only got to win by one, and that's right. We talked about it earlier this season already, that you got to be comfortable with that one goal lead, and I really think that they were. I got no problems with how they behaved near the end there. Like I said, if you're outnumbered, they get the net pulled, you have to expect to not have the puck very much. And if you start freaking out because you're like, oh my God, we don't have the puck, they're going to score, man. So I'm glad that that wasn't the case. I'm glad that they were able to be comfortable, box people out, cover the right spots, allow Campbell to make the best saves that he can make without it getting too out of hand. So, and about that Tkachuk thing at the end there too. Look, I got no problem with Tkachuk in terms of, you know, you want to be, you know, a drama kind of guy. You want to stir it up, mix it up, get people upset. I'm all for it. I get it. It's gamesmanship. Even when he got knocked on top of Campbell there, right? He got knocked on top of Campbell. Hey, look, it wasn't even his fault, I don't think. Even if maybe he wasn't so, you know, strong in his feet, maybe he was more willing to go down because he knew he was going to land it on our goalie. Hey, I'm still okay with that because as a defenseman, you shouldn't be shoving people onto your own goaltender. But, what did he do after that? He just laid there. He just laid there on Campbell, right? Now, that's not like anything violent. That's not anything that's going to make somebody be, you know, it's not trying to injure a guy and put him out of the game. But it's rude. You know, the guy's already laboring his leg there. You can tell he's hurt. He's going to lay on top of him, you know? So that's why I love Bogosian. I think it was Bogosian there, right? Wasn't it? Reaches down, just grabs him and shoves him right off. Says, no, sir. Get out of here. That's good defense right there. You can see why that guy won a Stanley Cup. Right? Right, guys? So to sum it all up, man, you know what I mean? Strong defense still. Not giving them too many opportunities. Capitalizing on the ones that they have. And feeling comfortable when they only have a 1-goal lead. That's my list. That's the story of the game. Right, and that was absolutely worth it. Kirky, what's up, buddy? What's up? I already gave my little 2 cents on what was going on in the game, but now let's turn it over to you guys in the chat. Right, I really want everybody to sound off here. Right, let me hear what you got to say. What am I missing? What am I missing? What did I not cover? All right, I got the water heater in the background going off. I had the furnace turned off in the basement, but the water heater's going now. So I apologize if there's that little like staticky sound in the background. What do you want me to do? Okay, we're working on a new space, and when it's done, it's gonna be gorgeous. All right, I promise you. Why do I love Simmons that much? Oh, good question, Kirk. All right, so listen. My wife and I have enjoyed watching Simmons since back in the Philly days, right? When he and the Pittsburgh Penguins were throwing down in the playoffs. There was a lot of years there where the Leafs weren't even in the playoffs. And a good old Pittsburgh-Philly rivalry was amazing to watch. And in that, always loved the way Simmons played. Always. Oh, jeez. Thanks, Kirky. Thanks for that, man. Thanks for that. Thanks for following along there. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's the alerts, okay? They do it every time, and it freaks me right out. Trust me, it's all part of the fun. Don't worry. I love it when you do it. Feel free to ring off anything else, too, right? All the bits and everything like that. Go to town on that. All right? But it all started with Simmons. And then, you kind of lose track of him over the years. He was ending up on other teams. Didn't really get to be a shining star, so to speak. And then last year for NHL 20, I started up the whole Hut team for the first time. I'd never done it. And I got Wayne Simmons early on. He scored a bunch of goals for me. And this year in NHL 21, he's on every team I play on right now, even the ones that weren't my fault. Like in my Be a Pro series, which you can find on YouTube, by the way. I got drafted by the Islanders. And somehow, they picked up Simmons along the way, too. I didn't do that. You know what I mean? So Simmons has been heavily involved in the channel right now. Oh, Kirky, so... Here, I'll give you one of these. The drop the gloves thing is for when I'm playing the video games. We do that on Friday night there. I see that you hit that thing in there. So I'll give you a chug the bottle instead. But yeah, those drop the gloves ones and stuff, it's pretty much just for the video game stuff. Maybe I should turn that off before we start these things, but hey, you know what I mean? It's not that much of the channel points, you know? So but yeah, so that's where the infatuation, the respect, the admiration of Wayne Simmons has come from. And now, a big day comes around. Simmons says, "I got you, bro. I got you." And he put one in somehow, So we love it. We love Wayne Simmons around here. Glad he's on the team. Divas, you're saying we think we've been looking stronger defensively? Absolutely, 110%. They're going to make a little bit of mistakes here or there, but no one is taking huge risks to get their goals. Nobody is doing craziness to try and look good offensively. They're very protective of each other. They're covering each other's positions. Because let me tell you guys, something that the stupid video game does not understand. I'll tell you that, okay? The stupid video game doesn't understand that if your left winger is out of position and the closest person to the left wing is your center, guess who's now left wing? Your center. And wherever the left wing is, he just got to fit into wherever that is, at least throughout the play. All right? When the drama clears and you get a moment to switch back, you switch back. But every hockey player knows forward defense doesn't matter. If you, for some reason, get caught out of position, which can happen, and even if it's not your fault, it can happen. The first thing you do is you cover the nearest position. All right? You don't bypass the puck or do something stupid to get all the way back to left defense, right? When you're all the way up at right wing. That's dumb. You have whoever's closest to left D cover that. Everyone starts covering for each other, right? It's this whole, all the pieces got to fall into place defensively. You got to do it fast, right? The faster you do it, the faster you're aware that your teammate has fallen out of position, and you cover that hole, right? You grab that, what's that, flex tape or whatever, you're bandaging the holes out there so nothing gets through. The sooner you do that, the better you're going to be defensively, and I think the Leafs are doing a really, really good job of that this year. It's scary how good they're doing because that's the kind of stuff I love. I live for this stuff, right? That's why the video game drives me so crazy. But in real life, I love seeing this kind of hockey, and it's happening this year for the first time in I don't know how long. I just keep waiting for the other shoe to drop, so to speak, right? So for now, I'm enjoying it. Right? So good times is what's Cook saying there, right? Whether we believe it or not. Yeah, exactly. Enjoy the moment, ride the train, ride the Wayne train, right? Freight train Wayne is in the house. So Kirky's saying you already love the stream. Awesome, thanks, man. You wonder what drop the gloves means. If you were playing the video game, when you hit the drop the gloves challenge, the very next whistle, I have to try and start a fight. Doesn't always go, because sometimes the person doesn't want to fight me, but I have to at least try. I have to mash that triangle button. That's what that gets. So sometimes you get a fight. People have done it in the middle of my Be a Pro career when I'm supposed to be trying to score a power play goal, and instead I have to sit out for 5 minutes. It's hilarious. This channel, Kirky, is all about sabotage, okay? Because nothing should be easy in life. And if you guys are showing me love with the follows, with the tips, with the cheers, all that stuff, if you're showing me love, it should also come with a bit of punishment, So that's what we do around here, okay? I promise you, it's all hilarious. And then Mateo, what's up, buddy? What's up? All right? Cooks with the goal horns going off, the goal horn sound, or the emoji or whatever. Love it. Again, guys, feel free to join this Discord up here, okay? We're not really using it too much right now, but we're just getting it going. I'm only just figuring out how to use all this stuff, okay? I'm very, very new to this, if you don't know. So if you're new here too, congratulations. We're both new. But yeah, hop along on that Discord there, and we can start talking during the games and all that stuff as well. But Kirky, you're saying you're the only Leafs fan in Germany that you know. Kind of hard, but also a good feeling, low key. Hey, you know what? That's awesome. You're over in Germany. We got friends of the channel that are over in Switzerland, in Ireland. So hang around. You'll probably run into each other on some of the streams, right? I don't know how far the train rides are and whatnot, and ferries and all that, but maybe you can meet up for a pint or two when all this is done, right? Hit up a pub. German beer, man. I think German beer might be one of the most underrated beers of all time. All right, you can get some good German beer. So I'd love to visit there sometime as well. We, where I live, we have a huge, what's it called? Oktoberfest. It's like the second biggest in the world other than in Germany. So I'm not too far from the biggest other one. And I've been once, and it was pretty cool. Lots of food, lots of deliciousness, lots of beers. So welcome from Germany. All right, Barry Blunt's in the house. Another big W. Happy B-Day. Thanks, man. Again, birthday love all around. You guys have been so nice. It's awesome. I really appreciate it. Kazakhstan is loaded with Leafs fans, says Cooks, eh? Oh, why, you over in Kazakhstan, or have you just been there? I want to know. I don't travel very much, and I really want to. The only places I've really traveled to are resorts down in the Caribbean, because they're cheap and gorgeous. I love the weather and everything like that. And they're all inclusive. So if you've saved up your money for the vacation, you're good. You bring a little bit of extra money in case something happens, and as well in case you want to get a couple of gifts or or tip the staff. We always like to tip the staff there. But straight up, man, the resorts and stuff in the Caribbean, that's where I vacation. But it doesn't mean I don't want to go to Europe. I'd love to go to Europe. I'd love it. I love all that old world stuff, I love the cobblestone on some of these places and stuff. If you've ever been to Montreal here in Canada, it's very old world type, old European style. The architecture of the churches and everything is gorgeous. So yeah, man, I got to get my way out to Germany one day, Ireland and Switzerland and all that stuff. I would love it. England as well too. Yeah, German beer is underrated, right? It's all good. so good. Not all of it, but it's just like anything else. There's a variety, so you gotta find the ones that are good. But you've been to Kazakhstan, says Cooks. It's amazing. Right on, right on. Hey, Thievis with chug the bottle. Here you go, Thievis. For all you newcomers, this is a hockey water bottle, okay? Hockey life, okay? Hockey can be any brand. I don't care what it is. I'm not promoting anything here, but you gotta have a plastic water bottle, okay? This is not like PVCP free or PVP or whatever free. I'm sure it's got all kinds of toxins in it. It's the toxins that make it good, okay? If you've ever played road hockey as a kid, you're dying of thirst, man, you got one of these by your side, water tastes delicious, all right? So make sure you got that there. Oh, you're going to sleep now, Kirk, because it's already 1 a.m. Well, welcome. I'm so glad you came by. I hope you come back out a lot more, okay? We got video games on Friday nights, and then these little discussions after each game until we get tired of talking. Peace, brother. Peace, brother. Or sister. I don't even really know. I never really asked you. Doesn't really matter. You're welcome either way, all right? Water from the garden hose fresh. Now, that's money right there, right? That's what Cooks is saying. The water from the garden hose. Amen to that. Because then if somebody gets a little mouthy, you just plug it with your thumb a little bit, douse them in the face, right? Say, get out of here, punk. So yeah, man, that's the game. What'd you guys think? Right? We happy? What's the record at right now? I don't even know. This gotta be looking good, right? Last time I saw before today's game, we were tied for first, I think, in the league. With like 4 other teams or something like that. But you know, with each one, you get a little bit further ahead. Love it. Gotta keep chipping away, man. Gonna keep chipping away at these Canadian teams. We gotta show them, all right, what we've always known. That this is Canada's team. You see this? See how it's got the maple leaf, the symbol of Canada, right? This is Canada's team. Not that other one. Not that other one. The bleu, blanc et rouge. Okay, not that one. The Canadien. All right. Don't fall for that. Let me ask you this: if they're so Canadian, why are their colors red, white, and blue? Think about it. Think about it. All right. Hey, yeah, Thievis, we're 5-2. There you go. That's the record so far. Looking good. Looking good. Can't go wrong with a 5-2 start, right? Keep that proportion up. You know, that percentage up. We'll be having a good season, that's for sure. Hey, man, somebody's trying to tell me they were trying to use Corsi to prove that Marner isn't an elite player or not as elite as we might think. Based it only on last year's stats. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm like, come on now, right? But let's say we do base it off of last year's stats. Here's the only 2 stats I'm looking at, or the only 1 stat I'm looking at, okay? Marner was on pace for a 93-point season last year. He only played 52 games, or whatever, 59 games, or whatever they got through. When you do the math, he was on pace for a 93-point season, okay? Hit 94 the year before. That's 2 consecutive 90-plus point seasons in his first 4 years in the league. Took a couple years to warm up, but he's here. Right? So I'm like, what Corsi are you looking at? And they pull up all the little like subcategories, right? Oh, well, this one doesn't look good, and this one doesn't look good. Yeah, but what does that mean? What does that mean, I ask you, sirs? Okay? Because to point out a stat that's low, fine. I get it. But why do you value that stat more than the one I value? That's what I want to know. So, yeah, not elite, that's hilarious. Thinking Marner could win the Art Ross Trophy, Thievis. I mean, it's possible. Absolutely. This kid finds a way to get points, man. He was an assist machine. He's learning to score even more now. You know who that reminds me of? I hate to say it because I don't want to jinx anything, but the great one. Remember him? Yeah. His first year in the league, led the league in points and assists. How many goals did he have? It was like, what, under 20? Gretz didn't start scoring goals till the next season because everyone realized he was just going to pass all the time. Sound familiar? Now, I'm not saying the kid puts up Gretzky-type numbers. Let's get real here. I know. All right? I'm not saying that one bit, right? He's not going to break any of Gretzky's records. But I'm just saying, Marner started off being an assist machine. Okay, and he's learning how to score now. He's getting dangerous out there. Love it. Love it. All right? And Mateo, you're saying what happened to Pilsy, Baldahea, and Lugenstort? All right, well, Lugenstort kicks around in here sometimes. You know, sometimes he might be hiding in a different alias and you don't even know it. You might be talking to Lugenstort and you don't even realize it. Maybe not. You don't know. Very mysterious, that Lugenstort, let me tell you. Right, AKZ? That guy is very mysterious, you know. You've spoken to him a few times. Very mysterious dude. You never know when he's gonna show up. All right. But Pillsy kicks around too, man. He joined at the very end of the last stream. He came in right as I was signing off. So you can always find Pillsy around. And Baldehea, you saw here earlier, man. If you go up in the chat, he was here. Might still be here. I can't see who's online. I only get to see who's been chatting recently, right? So, but yeah, the family's all here, man. It's expanding every day, okay? This thing keeps going up, not down. And I gotta be honest, I've been so appreciative of it. It's been incredible. So I hope it keeps up, and I hope the Leafs, I hope the Leafs keep leaping bounds. I don't know, ahead of their competition. I don't know. The one time you tune in, you say Luke and Story. Well, you know what, AKZ, this one's early enough for you, man. You're always having to plug away at school, which, trust me, I get it. I get it more than you guys might think. All right, any of you students in school right now, I get it more than you might think from an old guy like me. We'll get into that another day, though. Okay, for now, still on this. Okay. All right, Cooks. Yeah, stay positive and test negative. I like that. Look, I know sometimes people get a little insensitive about, making kind of jokes about what's going on and everything like that. And if you're offended by anything I say about the COVID situation and everything, I promise you, I don't mean any disrespect. And most people don't, okay? It's just, there's very sick people like me who, for some reason, I cope with humor, right? It could be the worst situation, and I'm probably going to make a joke just because at least it helps me somehow. All right, so, I love the little slogans and stuff like that. And there was also, everyone talking about the Rona when it first started. You got the Rona, you know what I mean? And, I kind of laugh. I don't know. You got to laugh, man. You got to laugh, all right? Yeah, exactly. None taken. Just trying to keep it light. Exactly. You get it, man. Soup cans in the chat. We got soup cans for Campbell tonight. That's what I think. He deserves the soup can award. What do you guys say? Huh? Soup can award for Campbell for sure. Love this guy as a backup. Okay? Because a couple of those goals, one of the goals along the side there, that one that he was stretching out, made a save, went off to the side. He got back into position, made a save. And then they got that third shot, that rebound one, and bounced it off his butt and in. Look, that only happens because he's not quite solid enough to hold the position. He kind of overcompensates in his movements. The lesser goalies, that's what happens. They slide around more. If they need to slide to the left post to make a save, they slide past it a little bit. The right side, same thing, or they come out too far in the crease when they're first sliding and stuff. There's a lot of just, they're going too hard, too far. I don't think it's a problem for Campbell. I'm not trying to say that he's not good. He's very good. But compared to Anderson, you can see the difference between the two. That's why he's not the starter, okay? So no disrespect to him. I thought he played very well. And sure enough, I bet you when he works on that, he's going to get used to that a little bit more. The goalies kind of start to match each other's style sometimes, depending on how much they get along. If they got a good partnership there, they'll get the same kind of coaching, and they'll work on the same styles together. So straight up, man, he's overcompensating his movements now, but it's only by a little bit. I'm not too concerned about it. Especially if you come up with the big saves at the big times. When you're killing a penalty, back-to-back penalties from Zach Hyman, did not have the greatest game because of that stuff. Gotta love him, right? No one's gonna play the entire season and not make mistakes. So you want to be on a team that when you make a mistake, they cover for you. You're not made to be punished after every mistake, right? And you get that kind of atmosphere going, straight up, that's a team that can win a championship, right? They all want to win for each other. They look and go, oh, Campbell's hurt, or oh, Hyman messed up. I know he doesn't want to take penalties like that. We got to kill this penalty for him, man. We can't make him feel bad about that. When you start caring more about the guy to your left and to your right than you do about yourself, that's how winning is done, right? That's what Rocky would say. That's how winning is done. Yeah, McCabe did okay too. I got no problems with McCabe, but I think if someone deserves the Campbell's award tonight, it's got to be Jack Campbell for sure. Soup can, right? Simmons played really well, played tough, absolutely. Mateo, I don't expect big things from him other than to just be there and be a nuisance to the other team. The hit that he got a penalty for, a little dicey. I wouldn't like to see that. But the guy kind of was coming around one way, and I think Simmons was trying to put him in the boards that way. He kind of was holding up. It looked like he was going to go left. It looked like he could go left. I don't think Simmons prepared enough for that. So as soon as he started to go left, he drove him. Not a good hit. Didn't hurt anybody though. Wasn't too dirty. He deserved the penalty though on that. But again, you ask a guy to play on the edge like that, right? Just like Tkachuk, right? They're gonna cross it sometimes. And all you can say is if they cross it and it doesn't hurt anybody, you know, it draws a penalty, but no one's put out of the game, then I respect it. If you're out there trying to hurt people as your way to stay in the league, nah, that's garbage, man. Because you're messing with a man's career, you know, and you've got a career too. You're not there to like ruin each other. You're there to win, right? And those are two different things. So yeah, I think if it keeps up, you know what, Blue and White. Hey, Blue and White, by the way, what's up? I think one of them, Bogosian or Simmons, might actually fight Tkachuk. That'll probably happen eventually if they keep playing each other. Yeah, easy to tell that Anderson is a lot calmer in the net, Thievis. Exactly, right? And even then, if you guys remember, Anderson struggled with that first couple seasons. He's still kind of always struggling with it a little bit. This year, he's looking real good with it, though. This year, he's looking real good, and it scares me, right? All the past trauma builds up in a Leafs fan's head, and when things start looking too good, you start freaking out, man. You start freaking out. Yeah, I mean, like it would be total Leafs fans' luck that like this goes all the way to a Stanley Cup final. Leafs in it for the first time ever. And right before game one, they're like, you know what? COVID's rampant. Can't play it. Sorry, shut it down. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of thing that would happen to Leafs fans. So we got a lot of past history that we need to let go of. It's hard, but we're trying. We're trying, right, guys? And certainly the Leafs are looking to shed that history as well, too, which I love. Because, again, it must be tough, right, guys? Like, it must be tough to be playing on a team with this much history where when you show up, you make a mistake, like not play well defensively. And for you, that's the first time you've ever done that. But for Leafs fans, they're like, we see it every year. Right? That must be rough, because now you've made to feel even worse about a mistake that you've only really made once or twice, you know? So it's got to be tough for them, and I respect anybody who steps into the Blue and White, especially willingly, right? Thornton, Tavares, Simmons, guys like that, you know? Anyone who willingly puts this on to play professionally, oh, I love those guys, because they got guts, man. They got the cojones, right? Made of steel. They're here to play. Love it. Love it. So Blue and White, you're saying that Campbell was hurting and he kneeled on Campbell's back like he was at church. I don't think he kneeled on him so much, but he certainly was laying on him and not getting up. Right? Tkachuk? We were talking about that earlier, I think, before you joined in. But that's where I draw the line. He kind of got pushed on him. And even if you want to play a little bit of gamesmanship and say, oh, I got pushed, and kind of fall on him a little bit, like, hey, the defenseman shouldn't be pushing him into the goalie. You gotta watch out for your goalies. Can't just be launching guys at him. But he stayed around a little too long, right? Overstayed his welcome. Bogosian made sure to say, get out of here. Take a lap, bud. Right? So if he keeps that crap up with us, yeah, someone's going to step to him for sure. I bet you. Right? I bet you. So I'm with you guys on that, man. I'm with you guys. Anything else you guys want to cover? Huh? Am I missing anything else? Right? If not, again, guys, remember, become a member of the Discord channel. There it is. Discord page, whatever you want to call it. It's Discord, all right? It's a social Discord. Like how Bogo shoveled them off. Exactly, Davis. Loved that. We were laughing about that, my wife and I were just like, he just grabbed them and just said, get out of here, you know? So yeah. Again, make sure to join the Discord page, okay? And we'll do voice chats and stuff like that after the game for those who are subscribed, okay? If you want to be in a vocal conversation with me here, like a call-in show, like a radio show or TV show, right? Subscribe to Twitch, to my Twitch channel. You'll be allowed into the post-game chat, all right? The audio chat thing. Otherwise, join the regular thing. This is the regular one here. Just join that one. We were chatting during the game. You make your comments there. It's awesome. You can post up things. I got a few channels. There's pet pics. You can put your dogs, your cats, your lizards, whatever. You can put that on there too. Blue and White, my thoughts on Hall. Okay, all I'm hearing about is Hall now. Hall. I heard, what was it, earlier today, or I heard it from the Steve Dangle video, I think. He was saying that he interviewed Sheldon Keefe and Kyle Dubas. I'm sorry, I locked behind my own chat there. The two of them, when they were still coaching in the Marlies and are still working in the Marlies, and said that and said that Justin Hall was probably the biggest valuable defense contract that they have. Most underrated. They said underrated on forward was Zach Hyman. I've been saying that for years. Didn't even know that anybody else was, but I've been saying it. And then Justin Hall, apparently a steal on defense. Then you got Brian Burke talking about it today during intermission. Justin Hall again. Justin Hall. I mean, I don't know. It looks good to me. I didn't realize he was so revered by everybody, you know? So now I'm going to be really watching. And I hope that I see something good. Because wasn't he taking crap last year or the year before? Wasn't Hall one of the people that everybody wanted to blame? Like, get him out of here. We need better defense. I don't know. I didn't. I very rarely say get people out of here, but, you know, it's the way some people are going to be. Oh, Mateo, no, we don't do the chat. Or we don't do the Chell tonight, man. We don't play Chell tonight. We play Chell on Fridays, okay? Fridays. That's when we do that, guys, okay? We do the, we'll do the NHL 21 stuff, okay? These ones are just short. I'm going to wrap it up shortly here anyways, you know? I'm going to wrap it up shortly once we all get our little pieces out there to add to the conversation, because I got kids upstairs. I'm going to have to put them to bed soon, man. Had a great day with them. So, again, it was an absolute blast for my birthday. Birthday win. What? Yeah, so apparently Babcock didn't like Hall. Oh, there you go. Hall owns McDavid. I like that, is what you're saying. Hey, you know, some of those star players, they have one defenseman, two defensemen in the league that for some reason they're just in their head. They can't figure out how to channel that talent. And they will sometimes and think, yeah, I got rid of that now. That monkey's off my back, right? That chip's off my shoulder. And then the very next game, they're right back into their head again. So, you know, I hope Hall is one of those players for us that really gets into the head of some people there. It'd be nice. Be real nice, you know? I hope they all continue down this path. It's looking real good. I got no complaints. This has been an awesome way to start all these post-game talks, you know? Having something good to talk about. Can you imagine if it was like 0-7 or something like that? Right? That'd be brutal. That'd be brutal to be doing this. And there's years where that was a possibility. Absolutely. So, ooh, Hall was scratched 71 games by Babs, eh? Oh, geez. No surprise there, really, though, eh? Man, I really liked the mentality that I thought Babcock was bringing to the table. But again, we only see what's going on in the media. We don't see what's going on in the dressing room. And when all that came out, the stuff he put Marner through and everything like that, there's no place for that in professional hockey. There's no place for that, okay? I don't care who you are. You earned your spot on that team, on that roster. You deserve a little bit of respect. You don't deserve to be mistreated the way Babcock was mistreating people. And it was hard to hear when other people were saying it, like other people from Detroit, Mike Commodore and stuff like that. It's hard to hear it. I didn't believe it when I heard it, you know, because haters gonna hate. And certainly the Leafs always have their fair share of haters, and you never know who's telling the truth and who's not. If I could talk to Mike Commodore right now, I'd be the first one to tell him, hey, look, I said some things that said that, like, I said you were wrong. I said you were a liar. Turns out you're not. My bad. All right. So if anybody knows Mike Commodore, okay, reach out to him, please. Say, hey, trubeleafer, he apologizes. He should have believed you, right? Off topic. What did I think of McGregor and Poirier? I don't even remember how to say that last name. I apologize. Not a big UFC fan, but don't like to see McGregor lose. I like the guy. I like what he brings to the UFC. Don't ever like to see him lose. But I will say, for anyone who hates him about how like arrogant he is and blah 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 blah, you have a case before the match. I agree. He's over the top. He's eccentric. He does crazy things. He's certainly arrogant in the way he talks. But he's a WWE villain. That's the way he plays it. It's all in an attempt to raise the box office, because he learned a long time ago, if I'm getting a cut of that box office, I want it to be as high as possible. So he says and does whatever he has to do to put butts in the seats and orders on the TV for people to watch that. You know what I mean? And when he loses, from what I saw, the quotes that I read from McGregor today, didn't sound like he made any excuses. Gave the other guy respect as being a great fighter. And from what I've seen in the past, I don't think I've ever seen him really make an excuse as to why he lost a fight, other than his own self of being like, I was ill prepared. I wasn't, you know, I wasn't ready for this. Should have trained harder, should have done this better, whatever. But I've never heard him say like, oh, they screwed me out of this, or oh, they ripped me off, or oh, recount the votes, I'm still president. I've never heard McGregor say that. right? So, yeah, we'll get off that now because, yeah, I just don't have anything else to add to that. I don't want to seem like a big poser here, right? Like, I don't really follow UFC. I have respect for it. My God, those guys are warriors. But I don't know enough to really be breaking that down. And I don't want to disrespect anybody because, again, these guys are putting their lives on the line. It's different than any other sport, you know? And the last thing they need is a pencil neck geek like me telling them what they should have done in a fight. Right? Because they'll be like, oh, yeah? Yeah, come here. I'll show you what I should have done in a fight. So AKZ, you're saying Brody has played good for you, good for us so far. Sorry, what I'm saying, you. Good for us so far. I think so. He's one of those names. Honestly, I haven't seen Brody be mentioned a lot, which I like. If I have the choice between a player that doesn't get brought up a lot, or one that I know the name of because he sucks and we all make fun of him and yell at him, I want the guy I've never heard of before. I want the guy that goes through a whole game and I hear mentioned once or twice when they touch the puck. That's it. I prefer that. So if he keeps playing that way where, like, at the bare minimum, he's unheard of, and at the most, he becomes a star, happy. I'm happy. What I like, right? It's not about the player. It's about the team. You're going to have stars, of course, that draw more attention, but I don't need every player on this team to be a star. I need some to be stars, so we got someone to talk about. I need other guys to just kind of fill the roles. I need some guys to just fly in under the radar. You don't even know they're there. Okay? Yet for some reason, every time they're on the ice, the puck goes in. Whether they assisted it or not, right? Just by being out there, playing their position properly, causes the other team to make a mistake. That mistake gets turned over. You know? Marner's poking it up to Matthews. They go on a 2-on-1, put it in. Who cares about the guy in the left defense, right? That you never heard of. I do. In terms of, like, I'm glad that they were just out there doing their thing, right? So yes, I like Brody. I like them all, man. I don't have anybody on my crap list right now, and I'm not sure I ever will for this season. Because win or lose, I hope they do it as a team. And if they do it as a team, you won't hear any complaints out of me. Jack Campbell with the Jack Campbell of answers on Matthew Tkachuk. I don't like him or I don't look at him as a menace. I look at him as a really good hockey player. That is the right attitude. You know what I mean? You're saying it's because Campbell's so nice. I mean, maybe, but at the same time, he's a realist. Look, if you're a forward, especially in the pros, your job is to come in front of the net, right? Maybe not if you're like a Marner or something like that, but if you're anybody else, like a Simmons for us, right? You park, even Tavares, right? Even Tavares, his job is to park his butt in front of that crease. Make goalie's life a living hell, right? That's it. If you're doing that, you're doing your job right, okay? You want to kind of push the boundaries a little bit, fine, like I said. As long as you're not hurting people, right? Feel free to do whatever you want. I prefer that over someone taking a run at somebody and putting their head through the glass and stuff, you know? So you got to just treat that with respect too, right? No sense in getting mad at Tkachuk. You get mad at him, he knows he's winning. If he knows he's winning, he's going to keep doing whatever got you mad. Then you're really going to get mad. Then you're going to two-hand him in the back of the knee or something like that and get kicked out of the game. Meanwhile, he gets back on the next shift like it never happened, scores a game-winning goal. You don't want that. Right, guys? You don't want that. So, block him out of your mind. Treat him as any other player. He's just doing his job. You do yours. Pick him up when he's leaning on your goalie, you know? Toss him aside. Rough him up when you need to rough him up. But there's a big difference, especially as a defenseman, there's a big difference between making your presence known physically to getting ahead of your opponent and being mad at your opponent and trying to get them. The moment that shift in your mentality happens, I'm telling you, refs can spot it. I could shove you in the back all day, little cross checks, one-handers, you know, using my butt to push you aside. I could be roughing you up in front of my net all day. But if I have that look on my face, like I'm just trying to follow the puck and I'm just doing my job, and you might be getting mad at me, but I just keep my cool, I will be allowed to do that all day. But the moment I take my eye off the puck and look at him like, you son of a, and do something to him, even if it is a legal play, the ref's noticing now. Right? The ref's seeing me get mad and seeing that escalation happen, and now they have to be ready to blow the whistle for a penalty. You don't want that. You want everything to look cool and calm, right? If you're giving guys shots, you're doing it while you're looking at the ref or while you're looking at the puck. You know, it's gamesmanship. It's all up here, you know? And certainly the Tkachuk brothers, both of them are masters of that. So you gotta watch out, you know? Don't get baited into it. Because if you don't, then they get frustrated. And when they get frustrated, they have no more effect on the game because now all they're going to do is get penalty after penalty and then get themselves tossed out. Right? So take that power away. Don't get sucked in. All right, kids? Okay, guys, well, that's about it for me. I think I've rambled enough. Like I said, we're going to do the video game stuff every Friday. Keep coming out for that. Join the Discord. Okay, do it right now. I want to see all you in there after I'm done this, after I sign off, okay? Get in there. See what it's all about. Discord's the future, guys, okay? It's the future. So just get involved, all right? Don't hesitate. Don't be an old guy like me. You don't want to be an old guy like me, right? You don't want to be left behind in all the new technology and then be wondering how to start up your computer one day when you're 50. You don't want that. I don't want it. So I'm staying educated. You stay educated. Roll with the future. All right. Thanks for the show, guys. Again, right? See you after next game. Love it. Love having you guys out. Okay. So that's it, guys. Bye-bye 2020. Hello 2021. And I mean it, man. I am trying to go for it this year, okay? So we're setting the bar real high. Aiming for that 1,000 subscribers this year. So if you like what you've seen so far and you just haven't gotten around to hitting that subscribe button yet, I'm telling you, let's go for it now. I can wait. Thank you.